Today is the last day of January, which is also full moon. And in Finnish tradition, the day of full moon was kind of a sacred day in a way that you were not allowed to work very hard then. It was more a day for resting and looking around what's happening in the nature. And if you did something, there was two things that were good to do in the moonlight or full moon. One thing was collecting herbs, which meant that the herbs have lots of power in them. If you would use the herbs for healing purposes, you would definitely get the best ingredients during the full moon if you collect the herbs then. And the other thing was making candles, because people believed that the moonlight and the power of the moonlight could be transferred into candles. So when you didn't have lamps and electricity, the candles were basically the only source of light. So why wouldn't you use the magic of the moon to make your candles look brighter? But because it's full moon, we don't do any heavy exercises today, and I will share two practices with you that are important to me. And the first one is meditation, and especially drum meditation. So drum that I got from Lapland, from a Sami woman, made from a reindeer skin. I will talk sometimes more about this, but this I will play tonight for a group of friends and our yogis after our yoga class. But I want you to do the same home with any music you like or drumming you find good for your own heart, and feel the energy of the moon. To feel the energy of the moon, you can imagine a big tree of life that goes all the way underground, its roots, and the trunk goes all the way to the sky, and the branches are reaching the sky. And through that tree, you can kind of pull the energy of the moon to your heart. And during the meditation, I really want you to focus on your heart and think what good you can send to the world through this wonderful tree of life. So from your heart, I suggest you send out love and compassion, forgiveness, and be welcome to also receive those same feelings, because that's what we are sending to you tonight, or whenever you are watching this video. It's kind of, universal love energy exists there all the time. You can always open your heart to it. The other tool I have to share to you is a little bit more practical. It's called history mapping. And this is a tool I learned from my dear friend Risto a couple of years back when we had a retreat in Camp Andaman, or in Andaman Islands in India. And this is something I repeat every year. And you know this saying that people don't learn from their past or from history. And that is kind of true with people who don't do history mapping. But if you do history mapping, you start learning from your history. Why is it good to do in January is that, first of all, January, the name in English, comes from Greek, from the Greek mythology god Janus, who was the god of beginnings and endings and transitions, and he was often described as the god of two faces, because he looked back and front. So even in illustrations he had like two faces. And now we play a little bit of Janus and look back before we go forward. I think it's so fascinating how the names of the months are so meaningful sometimes, and like well, in Native American cultures, or some of them, they called January the moon of the wolf moon. And I think it was because the wolves start their mating season in February, so they howled much more than normally. So they knew that this time, important time of year is starting, and it gave the name wolf moon to January. In Finnish language we call it tammikuu, which means tammi is it's both an oak tree, the tree of life, which in Finnish mythology was the tree that hold the sky circling on top of us, and tammi also means pole, like something core, central. So we are in the center of the winter now, and this month kind of divides also the winter. Anyway, January, and Janus, God, gives us now the task to do our history mapping tool, which I will explain more detailedly now for you. So, what you can see here is the history map for 2017, even though it says 18 here, because it's now year 18, you actually look back year 2017. And up here we have all the months from January to December. And on the left column you see events, people, places, money, successes and challenges. And the idea now is to pick your photos or your Facebook feed or your calendar and diary, whatever is the source for you to track your events from last year. What happened? Who did you meet? Was there any special people you met? Write them here on the right month. Like if you met some special people in May, write their names just here. If you visited some special places, for example, during your holiday on August, write them there. And if there are some special successes that you know that, oh, this is the time when I got a new job or sold this project or whatever, or there were some special challenges that you remember, write all those down. And be honest, this is for only your own use. You don't have to worry that somebody will see this. Like, be honest and go really back the whole year. So when you have filled this, take like a couple of hours for these tasks. And when you have filled this, think, what can you learn from your past? What do you want to repeat this year, 2018? And is there something you want to build and grow on? And maybe there's some things that you want to avoid, and this is not part of my life anymore. And write those things down. And when you write things down you want to keep, put them in the beautiful notebook you have or diary you have. And when you write down the things you don't need anymore, take a separate paper. And when you have written them to your paper, maybe burn the paper. I'm not going to burn this here because this is actually my notes for this video. But, you know, burning makes your unwanted things into ash. And the ash you can actually put to your plant or use as a fertilizer. So, you know, every shit that happens in your life, you can always write them down, burn them, and put them on your plants. So something beautiful will always grow from the negative things from our lives too. Yes, so you will see how beautiful the cycle of life is also with these kind of exercises. Well, this was my January video, and so let's have drum meditation and love meditation together and fill our history maps, and let me know how you did it. Like, post comments under this video or in my Facebook. or visit my webpage reettaranta.com, and from reettaranta.com you can actually download this template, the history mapping template, so it's easier to do. And don't worry if you don't have time to do it in January, because it's the last day of January today. Anyway, beginning of the year is best time to do this. And I wish you wonderful year of the moon. And actually right now is the moon eclipse here in Helsinki. So if I could see the moon, I would see it disappearing little by little. So I might just go lie down and feel the energy if it's affecting to me in any ways. Thank you for listening to me, and hopefully I will hear about you and your hopefully I will hear from you. Thank you.